Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Carol, Kawasaki, Nina, how are you? iPhone, how are you doing today? Maria, I think you were in the other class. How are you guys? Okay? I think somebody's listening to the radio or something. I can't hear you back. Are you guys okay? Is everything all right? Keeping yourselves at home, safe and sound? Yes? Yes? Good. Did you have any problem doing the exercise I gave you yesterday? Was there any question about that you would like to discuss before we start today's class, or no? No problem. If the Starbucks in the airport working, I have no idea. I don't know which airport you're asking this. Is it here in Brazil? If it's in Brazil, I think it's working. But if it's outside Brazil, I can tell you, all, without exception, okay? All stores, fast food places, restaurants, bars, in the airports in France, in Belgium, and in Spain were locked down 2 weeks ago. And I think they have not opened yet. But in Brazil, I didn't pay attention when I got back, okay? All right? Okay, I asked you a question if there was any problem concerning the exercise I gave you yesterday. If not, can we go on to our class today? Yes, no, I don't know. Okay, let me tell you something very important before starting the class. When Descubra Mundo decided to provide something to help you guys either to improve or even to learn English, the original idea was to give you classes for 2 weeks. Theoretically speaking, this is our last class, okay? I had spoken to Bruno and I gave classes for 2 weeks. I don't know if the classes are good or not good for you. As I told you, it's the first time I'm giving classes online. I have a lot of experience on a face-to-face basis, but giving classes online is different because the interaction is only written, it's not oral. But, okay, thank you, Carol. But I have a suggestion. I spoke to Bruno today, and Bruno said that depending on your opinion, classes can continue or they can finish today. So what he asked me to tell you is, there is a very short survey that I'm pasting here for you, okay? It doesn't take more than 1 minute if you double click on it or if you copy it and paste it at Google. It doesn't take more than 1 minute for you to complete these and let us know your opinion about the classes. And most important, let the CEO of Descubra Mundo aware if you want to continue the classes or not. If you convince him, I'll be here to give you more classes next week. If you guys don't express your opinion and you don't convince him, it was a pleasure to give you the classes. I enjoy it because it also helped me to spend some of my time between four walls, okay? Because I cannot go out. So just express yourself. This is the time for you to let Descubra Mundo aware of what you want. If you want more classes, just tell them, okay? Our quarantine is just beginning. We'll have to use our persuasive power. Yes, do that. Women are much more persuasive than men, okay? Just use your influence on the CEO. And I'm sure Bruno is a very flexible and a wonderful person. I'm sure you can talk him into continuing. And give suggestions. Let me know what else we can do. Today I have prepared some funny classes because I thought it would be our last class, okay? So I'm going, as usual, to share my screen with you and let's have some fun together, all right? Okay, this is what we are doing today. There are 4 lessons prepared. All of them are supposed to be funny, but it's British or American sense of humor. So maybe it's not so funny for you, but I tried to mix funny things with grammar things that we studied. So maybe together we can learn more. Let me see if there's a question here. I came back to work today, but I'm really appreciating the classes. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you are appreciating the class. iPhone, if you want to change your name, you can change your name. Otherwise, I'll be calling you iPhone, okay? So what I want you to do, pay attention here. There are some sentences here. All of them contain examples in the present perfect, either in the given sentence or in the answer that you are supposed to do. So what I want you to do, I'll give you like 3 minutes, no more, to read these sentences. There are 9 sentences. Let me see if I can. Okay, I will try to zoom 75%. Okay, yes. Now you can see all the sentences. There are 9 sentences. Like, grocer, are these eggs fresh? Since the present perfect was not used in the question, you're supposed to answer it using the present perfect. If you have the present perfect in the sentence, you don't have to use it in the answer, all right? I'll give you 3 minutes. I'm clocking 3 minutes, no more, to read these sentences. They're all supposed to be funny, and then we'll discuss them. Oh, are these eggs fresh? How do we know that carrots are good for the eyes? My doctor says I can't play tennis. The dentist says, calm down. I haven't touched your tooth yet. How do you think the patient replied? Number 5 is, I've been singing since I was 3. Number 6 is, I could marry anyone I please. And the other person says, well, then why are you still single? Number 7 says, I received hundreds of replies to my advertisement, the abbreviation is ad, for a husband. And they all say the same thing. And then the other person says, what's that? The dentist, that's the biggest cavity I've ever seen. The biggest cavity I've ever seen. Then the patient says, why are you repeating yourself? What do you think the dentist said? The last one, there is missing an I here. This crossword is the most difficult one I've ever done. Present perfect. I've been trying to think of one word for 2 weeks. I've been trying. Present perfect continuous. So I give you 3 minutes, starting now, okay? It's 7:11. 3 minutes. You can give me your answers here in the chat. How would you answer? Of course, there are many different possibilities, okay? You can just put number 1, blah, blah, blah. Number 2, blah, blah, blah. Number 3, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. How many can you answer? Come on, I'm expecting you. If there is no participation, it means you're not interested in the class. Come on. Nina, you have already studied everything. Did they upload the lesson before the class then? You're doing now. Okay. I haven't checked, to be honest. Okay, you haven't checked, to be honest. But no problem. Let's do it together. Grocer, are these eggs fresh? Okay. 3 minutes. I'm clocking. There are 2 more minutes. Carol said, no, the eggs weren't done today. iPhone said, no, they have been here for 5 days. Well, he uses the present perfect correctly. But Carol, weren't done today? That's kind of funny. We don't do eggs. The chickens lay boop, the eggs. Okay? Past tense of lay is laid. L-A-I-D. Any other possible response? You don't know the name? Yeah, it's lay. Let me see. Chicken lay eggs. Okay. Come on, time is over. Have you finished? Or you only did the number 1? I gave you 3 minutes to do all of them. Not yet. Come on. Finished. Time is over. How do you think the grocer responded to the person who asked him if the eggs were fresh? Somebody here replied in the present perfect. No, they've been here for 5 days. That was a very, let's say, honest reply. In Brazil, sometimes they have been there for weeks, 5 weeks. They are even rotten, bad. Okay? How do we know that carrots are good for the eyes? Okay, I'm going to the next page. Let's see if this is going to help you find the right answers. Oh, I have here, I haven't pleased anyone yet. How about fortnight? Well, the chickens haven't missed them yet. No wonder you've lost your voice. Take time. I'm not. It was an echo. Have you ever seen a rabbit wearing glasses? I know, but you are standing on my foot. So he has played with you as well. Okay? Can you try to match then these perfect replies to the questions above? For example, somebody had already seen this and had already answered that the number one, the correct was letter C. Well, the chickens haven't missed them yet. That means they are very, very fresh because the chickens have not even noticed that the person took the eggs from her. How about number two? Okay. How do we know that carrots are good for the eyes? Yes, Livia wrote here. Very good. I love this one. Have you ever seen a rabbit wearing glasses like your teacher? No. So rabbits love carrots, so they must be good. My doctor says I can't play tennis. What is the correct answer to this one? Letter B. I also have to see what is letter B. No. Number 3 is not letter B. Number 3. Livia said letter I. Yes. So he has played with you as well. That means the guy must be a very bad tennis player. Okay. It's a joke. Like the doctor said, I can't play. Oh, so he has played with you as well. All right. How about number 4? What do we have about number 4? Number 4 is the dentist. Calm down. I haven't touched your tooth yet. What do you think the patient replied? Letter H. Yeah, but you're standing on my foot. Okay, good. How about the next? Number 5. I've been singing since I was 3. So what's the best reply to this? Letter D. Excellent, Livia. Excellent, Nina. No wonder you've lost your voice. That means now you're terrible. Okay? I could marry anyone I please. Then the person says, why are you still single? What's the answer to this? Letter A. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Livia. I haven't pleased anyone yet. That means I can marry anyone I please, but so far nobody has pleased me. That means nobody liked me. That's why. Okay. How about the other one? I received hundreds of replies to my advertisement for a husband, and they all say the same thing. Number 7. And then the person says, what's that? Come on, girls. What's the answer to number 7? A? No. No, A was for the number 6. Number 7. What is the answer to number 7? hundreds of replies to her ad for a husband, and they all said the same thing. What was that? A fortnight, that is a period of 2 weeks. Sometimes when you go to a hotel, if you want to stay 15 days, you book a fortnight. It's abbreviation for 14 nights or 15 days. Okay? That's a fortnight. Okay, Livia? Nina, yes. E, take time. Okay? That means no way. Take time. What about the next? Number 8. That's the biggest cavity I've ever seen. The biggest cavity I've ever seen. Okay? Why are you repeating yourself? What do you think the dentist said? Letter F. I'm not. It was an echo. So you can imagine the size of the cavity. Do you understand cavity? When you don't brush your teeth very well, the bacteria attack your teeth and then they create a cavity and it hurts. So you need to go to the dentist and they put a filling inside of the cavity to cover the hole that's created by the cavity. And the last one. This crossword is the most difficult one I've ever done. I've been trying to think of one word for 2 weeks. What's the answer here? I have already explained it. How about fortnight? Yes, but it's a joke. Maybe the guy said, I've been trying to think of one word for 2 weeks. That means we don't know what word, but 2 weeks is the same of fortnight. So the other guy said, how about fortnight? Okay? Got the idea? Any problem about this? You got all the sense of it or no? No problem. Good. The next exercise. All the jokes contain examples using conditional sentences, either in the question or in the answer. So I want you to do the same thing. I want you to try to answer them using your imagination, not the answers that you have here. Your imagination. Like, it's 7:23. I'll give you like 5 minutes until 7:28 to try to answer the questions. Like, if we get engaged to be married, will you give me a ring? If you found some money, would you keep it? No, I would. Fish. 1. How did you end up in this fish soup? Fish number 2. Number 4. If the baby wakes up during the night, who gets up? Number 5. If you dial 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what will you get? Darling, if the boat sank, like the Titanic, sank past tense of sink, who would you say first, me or the children? If you fall out of that tree and break your legs, what do you think you're going to say? It's a conditional case. What would you do if you were in my shoes? This is a very common expression that means picture yourself in my shoes. It means imagine yourself in my situation. You say in my shoes. 2 birds were singing. I love this one. 2 birds were singing on a branch of a tree, watching a jet plane passes overhead. Look at the speed of that bird, said the youngest bird. And then, what do you think The older bird replied to him. Okay? Come on, time is ticking. You have time to complete this. Use your imagination. How would you answer this? If you were asked a question like this, what would you say? Two more minutes. A blister. Oh, that's easy, Nina. You know, sometimes when you walk a lot and your shoes are not very comfortable, you get a little bubble in your skin. The name of that is blister, okay? Some people say it's good to perforate it. Some people say it's not good. That's a blister, okay? One more minute, come on. Time is finishing. Can we go? Okay. Did anyone find any possible response for the first one? If we get engaged to be married, will you give me a ring? Are there any guys in this class? What would you respond to a woman who asks for a ring? The funny thing here is that ring has two meanings. That's why it's funny. What is the answer here? Does anyone have any idea? Or no? Letter E, according to Nina. Let's see, letter E. Sure, what's your phone number? Yes. The guy understood. Understood? No. I think he was joking. He just said, sure, I give you a ring. Give me your phone number. Because to give a ring is the same of to call. Okay? Like, why don't you give me a ring later? It's not a ring, it's a call. Then the guy said, sure, if you give me your phone number. If you found some money, would you keep it? What did you respond? No, I would. What did you respond? I would spend it too, Nina. Of course, I would not keep it. Okay? One day I found a wallet. There was money inside, but there was also the identification card of an old man, older than me, and the address and everything. So I just drove to his house and returned it to him. He was very, very thankful because he had lost all his documents. But if I find some money, I would not keep it. I would spend it. Okay? What about number 3 is very funny, in my opinion. How did you end up in this fish soup? What do you think the other fish replied? Huh? I don't know the letter, but what's the correct answer? Letter F. Yes. If we hadn't opened our mouth, we wouldn't have been caught. okay? Because they were probably swimming, they saw a little worm, they opened the mouth, clack, they got caught. That's why they ended up in this soup. This is also an idiomatic expression that means in this confusion, okay? If the baby wakes up during the night, who gets up? If the baby wakes up in the middle of the night, who gets up? Age. Number 4. What's the correct for number 4? Age. So far. I haven't seen any right answer so far. If the baby wakes up in the middle of the night, who gets up? If the baby wakes up in the middle of the night, who gets up? Letter I. Now it's perfect, Nina. The whole neighborhood, because the baby cries a lot, okay? So he gets everyone up, not me. The other one, if you dial 9877, what will you get? Number 5. If you dial this long number, what will you get? Guys, come on. What will you get? Lee, a blister on your finger? Did I skip one here? No, I am in number 5. If you dial, okay, if you dial this long number, what will you get? Okay? Number C is a blister. No, that's not it. On your finger. Yeah, if you die, I'm sorry. Yes, I was looking at the wrong one. You get a blister on your finger. Not, I was thinking about toe, because in English, in the hands, we have 10 fingers, and in our feet, we have 10 toes, because there is one about the shoes. So I'm confused. Yes, you get a finger, a blister in your finger because you dialed a lot of numbers. Darling, if the boat sank, who would you say first, me or the children? Number 6. What's the correct answer? H. Me. First, he would save himself. Okay? Very selfish. Number 7. If you fall out of that tree and break your legs. Number 7. What's the answer here? D. Don't come running to me. Okay? So if you break the legs, don't come running to me. Good. How about number 8? What would you do if you were in my shoes? Number 8. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Yes. Polish them, because they are probably very dirty. Okay? It's a joke. I told you that to be in someone's shoes is to be in someone's situation. So it's just a joke, okay? I would polish them. And the last one, The two birds. What do you think the older bird replied? That was my favorite. Yes. If your tail was on fire, you would probably fly as fast as that. Okay? All right? I loved this one. It's a very good way to explain to a little bird why the planes fly very fast, because there's a fire in their tail. Okay? Good. The next one has to do with comparisons, all kinds of comparisons. Comparative of equality, as well as good as, comparatives of superiority, like older than, younger than, stronger than. Comparatives are superlatives, the biggest, the youngest, the oldest, the tallest, okay? So again, now it's 7:36. I give you 4 minutes because this one is easier to answer. In your opinion, which burns longer, a black or a white candle? You know what's a candle? When you want to make a romantic dinner, you light candles. Which burns longer, a black or a white candle? Don't give the answers yet, Nina. Wait, you are too fast. No problem. You don't need to apologize. You have 4 minutes to reply. First, try to answer with your own words. What are you going to do when you are as big as your mother? Who is the strongest animal? Have you heard that? There's a mistake here. Have you heard that the most intelligent person in the world is going deaf? Remember, we talked about deaf in one of these classes. If you can't see, you're blind. If you can't speak, you're dumb. And if you can't hear, you're deaf. Why are wolves like playing cards? What is worse than finding a worm, a maggot, a worm in your apple? The customer said, "Oh, I've changed my mind again." And the very irritated shop assistant replied, what? How do you know when you are middle-aged? What is even harder, more, difficult, harder than a diamond? Come on, you have 3 minutes to give me the answers, okay? I would like you to try to answer using your own words, okay? A worm? Well, have you ever eaten a guava? You know what's a guava, that fruit? Sometimes when you eat a guava, you bite and you see a little worm moving inside. That's a worm. A worm is also used when you go fishing. You can buy maybe a little can of worms, okay? And then you get one worm and you put it in the hook, and then you use to attract a fish. There is a business, somebody, I think it was Kawasaki, asked me to talk about some business English, okay? Business expression that is to open a can of worms, okay? Like, it's like opening a can of worms. It's a big mess. It's when you make a resolution and the result is terrible. You just open the can of worms, like the Pandora box, okay? It's very similar to the Pandora box, to open a can of worms. Have you heard that the most intelligent person in the world is going bald? Can we correct? The first one, which burns longer, a black or a white candle? Nina had already answered that. She said letter E, neither. They both burn shorter, not longer. Understand? Of course, here the idea was to last longer, to burn longer. But you see, depending on the way you say it, the other person understood, well, neither one. They burn shorter. Okay? Now, what are you going to do when you are as big as your mother? Maybe this was a difficult one. What do you think was the correct answer here? I thought it was difficult, but no. Go on a diet, yes, probably because the mother's on the heavy side. Remember, we don't use the word fat to refer to people anymore. Fat, okay, fat is not used to refer to people anymore. We say heavy, all right? Fat is not politically correct. It's kind of bad English. So if somebody's fat, you can say he or she is heavy. If it's very heavy, you say obese, but don't say fat. Fat you only use to refer to the fat of the animals, like that is not good for your health to eat a lot of fat. Okay. Number 3, who is the strongest animal? Number 3, who is the strongest animal? This is really a joke. Maybe you're not going to get the meaning of it, but it's a joke. Letter D. Good. A shoplifter. But let's understand why. Who knows what is a shoplifter? Okay. What means shop? This word does not exist in Portuguese. Shoplifter. Nina says someone that steals. Can you be a little bit more specific? Like if I steal someone's car or if I steal someone's house, am I a shoplifter? Or no? No. Livia said no. Very good now, Nina. Now it's perfect. A shoplifter is a guy who walks into a store and steals a store, supermarket, and steals something, putting in his pocket, or you don't believe the number of places where shoplifters put things. I myself, when I was attending a university in the United States, I used to work in a supermarket. And every time we had a break, it was on the second floor, and there was a huge window from where we could see the entire supermarket. At that time, there were no cameras, okay? Because it was a few years ago, no cameras. And then one day I saw a very old lady shoplifting tuna cans. She would get a tuna can and put it inside of her bra. Then she got another one and boom, boom. I saw with my own eyes, she put 4 tuna cans on each side of her bra. I could not believe. I was supposed to report her to the police. I didn't do that. I went downstairs, I walked by her, and I said, wow, you really like tuna, huh? And she looked at me like, oh, please, it's not for me, it's for my little cat. Don't tell the police. Because shoplifters go to jail. In the United States, they say, it's not important if you steal an apple or $1 million. It's the same crime. And then I told her, well, I'm not going to report, but please, 8 tuna cans. Oh, I'll go back there and I'll put them back. I said, okay, good. So she went back there and she started putting back all the tuna cans onto the shelves, okay? But I didn't call the police, okay? How about the other one? So here, a shoplifter. What is the meaning for lift? Only lift. Does anyone here work out? Does anyone, do we have any athlete here that likes, in English it's called body building? Is there anyone here that likes bodybuilding? You know what's bodybuilding? Yes or no? Yes, that's when you go to the gym and you lift weights. Okay? Those super stronger guys. Yes, like your teacher, very strong. Okay? That's why a shoplifter is the strongest person. A man that can lift a shop. All right? A shoplifter. I told you it was a joke. It's not real, but it's a joke. Understand the idea now? A shoplifter, a guy that can lift a shop. Now, have you heard that? I'm making a lot of mistake. Have you heard that the most intelligent man in the world is going deaf? What is the answer here? Come on. We are running out of time. We have to finish this. Have you heard that the most intelligent person in the world is going deaf? What is the best answer? Letter H. Pardon? Pardon? What? I'm going deaf. That's why I couldn't hear you. Why are wolves like playing cards? Why are wolves like playing cards? Why are wolves like playing cards? Letter I. Yes, very good. Because they come in packs. You get a pack of cards, but when you see a bunch of wolves together, it's also called a pack of wolves. A pack of wolves, okay? What is worse than finding a worm in your apple? What is the worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding half a worm, of course, because the other half you already ate. Yucky. The customer, I've changed my mind again. The shop assistant that was already irritated. What do you think the shop assistant said to the customer? Letter? F? Letter F. Paying for it? No, I don't think so. It's not. Come on. Number 7. B? Yes. And is the new one working better than the old one? Because the guy, I've changed my mind again. The mind, changing my opinion. And the guy, he was already irritated. And he said, okay, and your new mind, is it working better than the old mind? because the old mind, oh, terrible. How do you know when you are middle age? How do you know when you are middle age? Yes, Lee, very good. When the cake costs less than the candles. Because imagine, you buy one cake, but you need 50, 60 candles to put on the cake. Then you are really old, okay? You're getting old. And the last one, but not the least, girls, pay attention to this. What is even harder than a diamond? Because a diamond is a girl's dream, okay? What is even harder than a diamond? Letter F. What's letter F? I don't know. I have not memorized. Pay for it. You got it. Any question about this? Okay. There is one more here for you, but we don't have time. You see, all the sentences here are grammatically correct, but the idea here can be misunderstood. So it's a kind of a joke. For example, we are having my mother for dinner. Oh, really? We are having chicken. Because the guy thought, we are having my mother for dinner. That means I invited my mother to come for dinner. And then the other guy to joke said, oh, we are having chicken. So all of them are kind of funny. And you have the correct answers down below. And there's also an article that I got today. Medical workers demand protection, not bonuses. It's from Friday, the 3rd April 2020. It's an article from today's newspaper. I like reading the Brussels Times because I used to live in Belgium, or I lived in Belgium for a long time. So I like reading this newspaper. Read this article and try to answer the questions here. There are 4 questions about it. And if you want to have any more classes on Monday, we can even continue discussing this. Or if you don't want to have any more classes, I thank you very much for joining these past 2 weeks with me. I hope I have given you a chance to learn something useful, something that you will be able to use one day. And that's it. It's either I'll see you on Monday or I'll see you later. Thank you very much for being here with me again. Have a fantastic weekend. Staying home, watching TV, doing whatever you want, but stay home and stay safe because situation is not so bad yet in Brazil. Believe me, I've seen worse. Bye-bye now. Have a great weekend, okay? And if you want more classes, Bruno from Descubra Mundo, aware of this. Okay? Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.